Hey guys, this is Alpha Traveler One. My apologies for it being late, but Google Hangout doesn't seem to be working very well. It won't give me control over the Google Hangout. Won't let me go live. So my apologies for starting late. Um, it's as everybody know, I've always had trouble with Google Hangout for some reason. I don't know why. The thing really doesn't work very well. Hey Rosa, hey Mary Ellen, how are you? So this this episode is actually about how to maximize people traffic into your account, into your Google. Hey Meg, and also one thing that a lot of my I guess friend channels ask me, how do you actually start driving more revenue to your channel? So this is one thing that I want to emphasize to our friends here. So, thank you all very much for coming. My apologies again for being late, but Google Hangout doesn't seem to work for me. I scheduled, the 5:30 Google Hangout, I guess, start time. It won't recognize me as the owner, so it says we're waiting for Alpha Traveler One, even though my account on here it shows Alpha Traveler One, so it won't recognize it for some reason. Hey Caesar, how are you? Jill, how are you? Thank you for coming. So one of the things that a few larger channels, very recent larger channels, have reached out to me asking me how do we start driving traffic to our channel. And one of the things I think you want to be able to do is to be able to say, um, let's let's look at your data first. For those of you who have a channel here. Hey, Janine, how are you? Thank you for coming. Janine is brand new. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who don't know, she's one of our new smaller channel folks that we're talking to. Love her channel. Does a lot of DIY stuff, which is really, really cool. Donna, how are you? Thank you for coming. So let's do this. We're going to start. It seems like there's a little more people here, and I think a lot of people have asked me to kind of go through how to really drive more revenue to your channel. And one of the things a smaller channel could learn is the same exact thing to do, to be able to say, how do I, meaning a smaller channel, start really driving all these watch time. So that's the thing that I think we want to be able to focus on. Theme Park Frenzy, thank you for coming. How are you? I think you're also brand new to the chat, so thank you for coming here. So I'm going to do some screen share. I'm going to show you guys some of the tools that is a must for large and small channels. We're going to start that first, these tools for the smaller channels. And then later on, I'm going to show the larger channels, some of the tools that they need to look at in order to get more revenue from your ads. And this is good for the smaller channels simply because, hey Rob, how are you? So the smaller channels, it's good to learn because once you get your 1K and 4,000 minutes of watch time, you will get the opportunity to make a little money off your videos and be monetized. And this is what we all want to do, is to be able to make a little more money. So let me do a screen share, and we will begin in a little bit. Hey Juan, how are you? ODA, thank you for coming. Okay, so one of the things I want you guys to know is there are tools, right, that Google gives you. And one of the things that I think is that a lot of people really overlook. It's really simple. You have to really go into the video manager first. For those of you out, who's on the chat, you got a lot of new folks here. Please, make them feel welcome. Let them know that we're really a really fantastic stream. A bunch of cool people. Um, and so what you see here is a list of my videos. And one of the things that I want you guys to truly, truly understand is this. As an example, I am going to use, let's just say the Big Apple Circus. Click on edit, right? The thing, hey, Mike from my West CTV, how are you? Thanks for coming. I know that you're from the UK, so I know it's a little bit late, so thank you for joining us. So one of the things that you guys really have to understand is this. As the owner of these video, you are given these really powerful tools that help drive additional watch time to your videos. And one of the things that I want to discuss here is this. First thing we want to discuss is cards. If you click on cards in your video, what it does is that in applicable devices, you will be able to show a card on the top left-hand corner. It'll pop up videos that you want to show people. So this is where our my cards come in. And if you could see over here, I have multiple items here that shows videos. The reason why this is very important is, as you know, so the Google data shows the average person actually goes out of a video if they are bored or if they don't like your content in about 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. But every channel has their own data. I will show you how to look that up in a little bit. However, mine is actually a little over 4 minutes now. But what I've done is I place cards in the video where it will pop. You see right here, the top left-hand corner, there's a little round circle here. This actually shows you what the cards are. When it pops out, say for instance for this one, 302, this will automatically pop out, says, take a look at the Disney Villain stamp card. That is a very important tool. If you do not or have not been placing them here, this is actually going to be detrimental to you, simply because this is a time if your user wants to see something else, this is a way to suggest that to them. And this is one of the most powerful things from my data. It shows that, I do have a few people that clicks through this. And I will explain to you how to get this in a little bit. So by clicking on add card, you could add cards or playlists. And I've also been adding playlists here. Hey, Mouse Talk, thank you for coming. How are you? And you could click on channel, donate, polls, link, and so on and so forth. So you have a lot of tools here that you could actually put in here. This is one thing that a lot of people do not do or forget to do. Make sure that you are putting in your list of channels that or rather videos that you want them to watch, right? The second thing, which is also important, is the end screen, guys. For those of you out there, you have to maximize your end screen. The problem with the end screen is, depending on your video, the length of your video, and the reason why I am saying this is this. Large streams, as an example, large streams like we're doing, if we're doing 30 minutes, an hour, a lot of times, if you look at your own data on certain videos, most people will not sit through the entire stream if they come back. So if that's the case, then this is less powerful. So this is the reason why you have to do the cards and the end screen, right? The best part about end screen is this. If you have a short or medium size video, this is the best way to drive more watch time to those videos. And what does that do? It actually extends and adds to your watch time, right? And also tells Google Analytics that, hey, these videos are doing great. We should put more, I guess, recommendations for this guy's or this girl's video. This is the reason why you have to do the end screen and cards. So one of the things that's really important is this, that you as a small channel owner, this has to be in your DNA. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. End screen cards is important. If you miss anything, this is your opportunity. This is an opportunity you're missing, guys. Please make sure this is your DNA. Bob, Ashley, thank you very much for coming. So one of the things that's really important is your analytics. How many of you out there watch your own analytics, guys? And this goes for the big channels. I'm asking you guys this. Press 1 if you do on a daily basis. Press 2, you have not done so in a week. Let me know, so this way I kind of get an idea where we are. So if you look at my analytics, you go to overall. This is the average duration, 4 minutes and 9 seconds that people are here, okay? So the thing is, this is the data you should use for your cards. If you look at where they abandon now, typical, this is average. You know what an average means is that, what does the average mean? Okay, think about this. Average is it's in the middle, so there are some that abandons out earlier, right? And there's some that abandons out really later. So what you want to do is to be able to take this number and say, let me put the cards right around here, starting this, so we could prevent them from jumping out. Alana, how are you? Thanks for coming. So this number is really, really important, okay? So as you can see, and watch time wise at 50,000, I guess this is for from December 27th to January 23rd. There's a lot of people watch my videos, right? But what does that mean? That also means that I also have larger number of views. Now, the thing is, I have videos that are not monetizable because they have certain copyrights and all that good stuff. Those are the ones I will not send traffic to. Right now, I want to be able to send traffic to my videos that make me money as a large channel, right? For those of you out there, your goal should be to make some money. For most of us who are not, in the, the Tims and, in different, large channels, you're making millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. For me, this is just a real quick tip, a little bit of a one meal out a month type of thing, right? But the thing is, what's important is you have to look at, so for me, a larger channel, this is for the larger channels or those people who are near there. This is a very important step, guys, where it says ad rates. If you are there already, you have to look at your ad rates. So monetization, if you're already monetized, Marisol, that every time you put in a video, it will automatically flip to monetize for you, unless you opted to not to monetize. Okay. Hey, Derek, how are you? So the most important thing is this. So this is me. This is what I'm making, and stuff like that. This is the charts, like how much I'm making in a certain video, right? These are some of my top performers only. And one of the important thing is this, that if you look down here, this tells you what you're making, how many of these videos are being monetized. These are your playback CPM, and this is your CPM. What is a CPM? So CPM is when you first initially load a video for the rest of folks to see. From my understanding, it's 24 hours. So within that 24 hours, you're getting paid this price, okay? So what that means is that for this video here, for every 1,000 clicks, I'll get $6.06 if it's a brand new video, guys. But playback-based CPM is higher. And what that means is after that 24-hour period, after the 24-hour period, we actually get paid here. And one of the most important things now is take a look. So the average CPM for an average American video, believe it or not, it's like $2 to $3 maximum, guys. Okay. So one of the things that's important is this data here and how to drive that money. So if you could see here, my biggest, the most paid video is this, $82.43 for every 1,000 clicks. So that's mine. So for a channel like mine that's monetized, I'm going to advertise the hell out of this. And what that means is that all my videos in the, in the playbacks, in all those tools that I just told you, I am going to advertise the heck out of this. Just so they give you an example. I didn't know this was this high until literally about a week and a half ago. And then I kind of started advertising this. 27 clicks, I'm already making $2.23. But if you look at the rest of this stuff, I got videos that are, look at this, 221 clicks, but I'm only making 91 cents. So your job as a larger channel is to pull down this data, and you could do it this way. Look on top left-hand corner, export, click on it, and then it says Microsoft Excel. Excel is easier for me because once you pull that down, you can manipulate the data all you want. You could sort, all that good stuff. So your job is to kind of pull this down as an example. If you pulled it down, and I'll give you an idea what this looks like. So I was able to sort, and I have videos that are 80, 50, 30, whatever dollars, getting paid. But if you look down here, I got videos that are being paid 29 cents or 10 cents for the look. I mean, so are you going to really make any money? No. I mean, this is just something I think, majority of people should say, in order to really make good money, you have to really have 10, 50, 20,000, 100,000 supporters. And it all depends on what Google's paying you, right? Or rather YouTube. And here's a thing that you have to think about, okay? 131 videos of mine are theoretically out there, quote unquote, making some money for me. But here's the thing that you have to understand is this, that I have 180 something videos together. So 180 something videos together versus 131 that's being paid. I have about 50 videos that are not monetizable. And the reason it's not monetizable is that majority of it has some sort of copyright against it because of music or the shows like Disney, Universal. Universal is really harsh on that. Majority of their stuff, if you have it on there, they're either going to try to take you down or they're going to make it non-monetizable. And there's also videos out there that are monetized by the owners of the songs. So if they're monetizing it, guess what? You get zero. So I have 50 videos out there that's getting zero. So what I do is I look at this list here and I say, you know what, for those ones that are non-monetizable, I am not going to promote that. Anything that's out here that are kind of monetizable, I'm going to try some. However, I am going to go all the way up to my best performers and how much I'm getting paid per CPM playback. So I'm going to use that. And the thing is that there's a question out there that kind of asks why, what makes certain videos monetizable at a certain level, lower or higher? It's a really cool question, and I'll tell you why. The reason is this, that my my videos that are based on Puerto Rico were monetized very well in spring and summer. And then as it gets to fall and winter, that thing fell flat. So it's an algorithm that tells Google or YouTube that says, hey, what are these videos that are good for summer, winter, fall, in my opinion, or this type of a person, right? As an example, my Christmas and Halloween videos are monetized very high during fall and winter time. And the minute we passed the holidays, those things tanked. Okay, so I am seeing a trend here, and for me, if you look at some of these real small videos here that are being not really being monetized very well. Here's one thing. If you look here, it says Puerto Rico Park National Castillo de San Felipe. It is now getting paid $1.52 for every 1,000 clicks. But yet during the summer, this thing was at like $10 or more. So again, your job is to pull down this data, guys. Okay? Pull down that data, look at it, look to see what your highest paid ones is, advertise the hell out of it. That's how you're going to make money. So again, what you have to do is you really have to go back to your video and advertise that video, the one that's making you good money, and advertise it in everything that that you're outputting. Here's a problem though, guys. For many of you, this is a little bit of work. This is not easy. The more videos you have, the more of these you have to change out, guys. Okay? Because what they pay you, as we've discussed, they change. I have very top performers that switch out literally every month or so. So every month or so, you're going to have to change your end screen or cards in order to make that maximize your money coming in. It's that simple, guys. And what I've learned is using the cards and the end videos, right? Using other social media to drive these drive traffic. It's a really cool cool way to make some money. And to tell you my projection based on this month, I am hoping this will fund a portion of my Disney trip, just to make sure that you're using the end screen and the cards, and using all social media to drive your traffic in. Does that make sense, guys? If you don't do this, you're not going to make a lot of money at all. So, very simple. Know your data. Go to your analytics. Pull it down for those channels that are monetized already. Pull them. Get it done, right? And then understand where they're paying you the most. And then go to your end screen and cards. Start advertising them there. As an example, my highest paid video is the one called Secrets of Disney Art. Hold on. The Disney Villain Stamp Set. And I got that there. And it's actually helping to drive extra money in by knowing what is the highest paid ones, right? So make sure you're doing that. So guys, make sure, and what's really cool about this is very simple. I actually looked at some of the data as it relates to how I'm driving these videos to driving traffic to that video, and I'm going to that particular video looking at the data, and I am getting people subscribing because of that. That's another benefit. Okay? So think about that. Think about all the benefits that you are going to get by doing this. So, it's not that hard, but the hard part is doing it consistently, putting the end screens and the cards in there consistently, and making sure you go to the analytics, look at your data to see if that highest paying video have changed or not. And if it changed, your job is to go through the videos that that are still currently getting traffic, change those out as well. And that will help you drive more money in. And I'll give you an idea. I've been doing this for a little while, and I've been kind of lazy. This is not my main gig, and I see this as just something I love doing. This is my hobby, right? But in the last 2 weeks, by me making these changes to all the videos that are currently still having traffic, I've increased the revenue stream that comes in through the ads by about 35%. Might not sound like a lot, but that's still a lot of traffic that's still staying on your channel. And that's still clicking through, guys. Okay? So it's that simple. These two tools are so important to you. If you're not using this, you are losing a lot of traffic. You're losing a lot of watch time. You're losing a lot of clicks. And for those large channels, you're losing a lot of revenue. And for those large channels out there who are already monetized, if you're not looking at your analytics, your ad prices, you are losing a whole lot of money, guys. In my instance, within just 2 weeks alone, there's a 35% pop by me doing that consistently. Think about that. So this is what I want you guys to do, is to understand this. Hey, it's my Georgia Life. How are you? Thanks for coming. So that's how you start driving watch time, drive clicks, and get more people to subscribe to your channel, guys. If you are not using the end screen and the cards to help maintain these folks here on your channel, you're losing watch time, you're losing the clicks, and you're losing people theoretically subscribing to you. Okay? So think about that. And for those channels who are, again, monetized, if you're not looking at your analytics and using the analytics to feed the end screen and the cards, you're losing in my instance, I was losing 35% in terms of the revenue, the ad revenue, guys. Okay? And another thing, for those of you out there, smaller channels, you also need to look at your data. What is being played? Okay? If you have videos that are being played well, that's coming in, make sure you change those videos, end screen and cards, to feed each other. Feed the other videos you have. Think of this as a ping pong ball. You start going back and forth, back and forth. That ball is always on the table. What that table represents is your channel. If you keep feeding them back and forth, they will stay on your channel, guys. And that means more watch time, more clicks, and potentially more subscribers. So get it done. Hopefully, this will really help you guys out. And if you guys have any, I've always said to the channels that I reach out to, if you guys have any questions, private message me. I'll be more than happy to kind of talk to you guys through some of the questions you have through my experience. If I don't know it, I could reach out to my friend who works for Google who could actually get questions answered for me. So there you have it. It's that simple. Know your data, know your tools, know how to use them together is the key. If you don't do that, you're going to lose a lot in terms of growth. So hopefully this has been very, very helpful to you guys. So given that I am closer to 1,500, just want to give everybody an idea. Once I hit 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to do a subscriber giveaway. And there are there are multiple items that I'm going to be giving out. As usual, I typically give out 3 sets of items to people, 3 channels. And I am going to tell you that one of them would be a custom-made Mickey ears or ear hat for guys from Cargo's channel. And then I've reached out to another, Etsy store to do a customized winter Mickey hat. And this is awesome because I've seen it. This is the reason why I reached out to them. The color is going to be black, yellow, and red, I think. It looks just like the old Mickey's colors on a hat with ears sticking out. Beautiful. So that's item number 2. Item number 3 is going to be something higher in terms of value. I'm going to be giving out a Coach bag again. Coach pocket bag or pocketbook. As a guy, I have no idea what the difference is, but I've actually ordered a Coach item. So those are the 3 things for my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. So once I hit it, I will make a real official announcement, and I will show you guys the stuff that are up for grabs. And this is the mother of all giveaways for me so far, because everything is customized and or something that I think most ladies, I guess, will want. So there you go. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that a really big, rather big giveaway is coming. So hopefully we'll reach there soon. And one thing, for those of you out there as well, this is open to my international subscribers as well. It is not just open to the continental USA. So if you're in Australia or England, wherever, Russia, China, and if you happen to enter the drawing and I pull your name, I will make sure that you get it. I will mail it to you. So there you go. You got a customized ear or ear hat for one, and then you have a fantastic, a winter hat, crocheted, hand crocheted. This is the reason why I wanted it, because it was hand crocheted in Mickey's colors. Beautifully done. And then the third one is a Coach, pocketbook. I guess it's called pocketbook. So it's not an actual big Coach bag, but it's a pocketbook that has a retail value of $95. So that's it. So with that said, those of you out there, thank you all very much for coming. And and I've always said to you guys, if you guys have any questions, and you don't want to do it here, private message me on my Twitter account or my Instagram account. And I'll be more than happy to help you guys. And again, just want to make sure you guys know we are a community, guys. We're here together, you know. And one thing that I've always said to all my family and friends is team, TEAM, stands for together, everybody achieves more. So hopefully, you guys see it this way. We are a team. We're going to achieve, and together we're going to achieve more. Hey, Disney World Adventures, how are you? Welcome. How are you? Thanks for coming. So, Chris, I'm about to kind of end it here. So, but you could catch it on the on a replay. It's a lot of good information. I think it'll really help you or anybody to kind of start growing stuff. And one of the things I want to share with this my community is every time I speak to someone, there always has to be some positivity, right? And one of the stories I want to tell you is this. So this was years ago when I was walking down the street, in Manhattan. I used to be a New Yorker, and one of the things that I saw was, a lady, a young lady, or I was in her 20s, I guess mid 20s, and this girl looked like she's in the 20s. And I see her moping and kind of, I see tears coming down. And one of the things I said was, you know what, I want to stop by and see what's going on. And started talking to her and said, hey, are you okay? And she kind of thought, kind of taken off. And I said, you're taken aback, thinking I wanted something from her. I said, no, I just want to make sure you're okay. So we started talking, and to make a long story short, within 5 minutes, we really started talking. And I said, you know what, let's go and grab some coffee. And, 20 some years ago, Starbucks wasn't around all the time. I said, look, there's a hot dog stand there, to sell coffee, and I bought her coffee. We started talking, and I said, you know what, life isn't so bad. I said, it's not worth moping, not worth looking positive, negatively. I said, you got so much out there working for you, right? We stopped talking simply because, it was getting late. It was over an hour spent, I could have went home early. And literally, when we're done, she felt better, and she said, before I left, she grabbed my hand and she said, I wanted to tell you something, Kenny. She said, you stopped me from thinking thoughts of suicide. That got me, that got my heart stopping. And I said, you know what? I am glad that happened. And she says, what do I need to, what do you want from me? And I said, I don't want anything from you. I said, the only thing I want you to do is repay it back to someone. When you see someone, who has a heartache or in a position you were, talk to them. Pay it back by positivity. And that's all I left her with. So hopefully this kind of helped you guys to understand. This is the reason why every time I say community, I do mean it. We are in a community together, guys. And when I tell you guys have any questions or need my help, reach out to me. Let's work on it together. Remember, we're here together. This is the world we live in, and if you can't love one another, what happens? Right? One little gesture can make a huge difference. And this is also true for our community. So guys, that is my story of the week. So thank you all very much for coming. And really quick, the next stream we're gonna have Sherry with the Sunset Travels on here with us to talk about travels and to talk about the increase in price of Disney tickets. So don't miss next one. We're going to be working on it together. The reason why she couldn't get on this week, she's a little busy. But the next one, we're going to be talking about that. There's a lot of really cool stuff that may help you guys make your next trip cheaper and easier. So with that said, guys, I love you all. And I hope you guys could pay back to someone with a very kind gesture of love and care. And we will see you in the next one. Have a great one, everybody.